Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about vertical shifts of graphs. So let's look at vertical shifts of graphs. Let's say that we have some function, f of x. So if we have this function f of x right here, we can see that this is a nice function. If I did the vertical line test, I could see that if I created lines straight up and down, it would go through exactly one point of the blue line. Now, looking at this y is equal to f of x, we don't know what this function is, but that's okay. If we look at this slide and it says, suppose c is bigger than 0. We have this graph of y is equal to f of x plus c. And this is saying that if we have this is this c and it's being added, it's going to shift our graph upwards. And we can see based on this demonstration that this value is being shifted up. Versus this, where if we have a function and some c and it is being subtracted, it's going to shift our graph down. Now, let's look at an example of these. Let's say we have these two examples. Let's say that we have a function x squared, and we want to graph both these functions of g of x is equal to x squared plus 3, and h of x is equal to x squared minus 2. Now, our original function was just f of x is equal to x squared. So let's go and decimal this real quick. And let's just graph our x squared. X squared is just a nice parabola, symmetric about the y-axis. I can see that these are mirror images of each other. And if we look at this, we can see that we have a minimum value at 0, 0. Now, let's look at our example. We had this function of f of x is equal to x squared. Now, if we have this x squared plus 3, if we look at it back at our previous slide, and it says plus c, that's going to shift our graph upwards 3 units. So let's go and decimal this again. And if we say, we take our function, we do it again, and we say plus 3. We can see now with this blue graph, that transformed our graph by shifting it up 3. We originally had the point 0, 0, and now we have the point 0, 3. So this shifted all these points up 3 units. Now let's look at the other example. We still had this x squared function, but now instead of saying plus 3, we're saying minus 2. And based on this previous example, we can see that this is going to say, hey, this is being subtracted by 2, so this is going to shift our function down 2. So let's see if that works. So we have our x squared, and we're going to subtract 2, and we can see that this shifted my graph down 2 units. So now our minimum value is at 0, negative 2, and it shifted all of our points down 2 units.